I'm hoping for a real flat beamer straight in the penis.
Bother me. You know what's pissed me right off? It's Usman Khawaja. Now, I don't, I'll ask you in a minute if you've played with him, if you've played against him, but he came out for those watching and he retired. And he started off nicely for about 7 or 8 minutes. And he's like, oh, love me cricket and things like that. Then bang, pulled out the race card like quicker than like he had a winning bet at the TAB. And just, oh my God, a platform that he had for 14, 15 years, 88 tests, millions of dollars. And then when they tapped him on the shoulder and said, Uzi, it's off-ski, mate, time to play, a bit of Big Bash or IPL, he just came out and went whack, called everyone racist.
Fucking nightmare, mate, to be honest. I could not believe it. To sit there in front of everyone and blatantly lie, calling your teammates, broadcasters, Cricket Australia, everyone racist for so many years. Old Mr. Oppressed, freaking race card, bloody Usman Khawaja with his $5 million beach face and playing nearly 100 test matches. Yeah. Mate, what if he wasn't oppressed through racism? What, he would have played 250, would he? Like, what are we talking about here? Absolute bullshit.
Oh, mate, he lived 10 minutes from the SDG. And just and I think the thing that got me now, anyone that has experienced actual racism, we don't call for that shit. I've travelled around the world. I never see colour, I see athletes. You played cricket all over the world. You've never seen colour, you've just seen athletes. The only colours we like are the coloured jerseys that we're wearing. But to go on and bang on like, playing golf and the critics and the old players are against me. Usually it only goes for about 2 days, but they were going at me for about 5 days. And I usually cop this racial stuff, all the time. Mate, you're playing golf and hurt your back.
Mate, the dumb Flog went the day before a test match and played a game of golf and injured his back. He couldn't bat. And he couldn't open the batting and bat properly in that first inning of the test match. Of course, everyone's going to rip into you, mate. You're there getting paid millions of dollars to play cricket. Instead, you're out with your mates playing flog ball, hitting some balls around. You tweak your back because he's near on 40 and he's in a wheelchair. And then he rips into everyone playing the oppression and race stuff, mate. It had nothing to do with it. It just had to do with him being a dumb dickhead.
Yeah, he was. I was watching it and I gave it that Leonardo DiCaprio bloody meme. Sorry, rewind that back. Oh, but usually we cop it for 2 days, but I copped it for 5 days because I'm coloured. No, 2 things, mate. First of all, shut your mouth. You're lying. Second, well, test matches have been only going for 2 days. So what else are we going to talk about? One of Australia's great batsmen played shit in an innings and we want to figure out why. And it's like, you went and played golf the day before. Do you think it's sour grapes that he was tapped on the shoulder and told to go?
I think so, mate. Well, he's played the last couple of years, mate. He's averaged 33 or something like that. The batting curve, you start to dip at around 30. Everyone starts, even the elites, they start to, at 30 mark, you do start to decrease. They say that's your prime, but it's actually not. It is for a fast bowler, but not for batting. So he's been on the decline for quite a while. The guy's 39 years of age. Of course he was going to get moved on. If we had any batters making over 10 runs in Shield cricket or in the Aussie team, he wouldn't have even been there. So he's been tapped on the shoulder and then just starts playing all sorts. Sorry you lived in $1 million 2-bedroom apartment 10 minutes from the SCG while all the other 18-year-olds were living out in fucking western suburbs, mate, sitting in 4 hours of traffic to get to the SCG to train on about $8 a day. Like, fucking get out of it, mate.
Oh, good. Well, what was your initial first thoughts? Because I saw that you whipped out a tweet and you might have whipped it out or you were thinking about it, just saying, great career.
The tweet or something else. Just whipped it out.
And then he just starts, but he banged on for a good 7-8 minutes as well. He went hard in the paint. What was your first thoughts when you started hearing? Just was it? Oh, here we go,
mate. I played 4 or 5 games against him, and I hated him. I thought he's entitled. I thought he's an absolute wanker. I never really liked him, but geez, he could play. Like, he had serious talent. Like, there's no denying that. So then when he's come out and retiring, I've gone, righto, I'm going to be the bigger man here. I'll just write something pretty cool. He's played a lot of tests, made a lot of runs, and said, never got on with you much, mate, but congrats, what a career. And then I started watching it, and I'm not one to delete my posts, so I didn't. But far out did I want to burn the house down when I heard the utter bullshit that he was talking about, and the blatant lie, mate. Like, when they won World Cup finals and World Cricket finals and all this sort of stuff, they started champagne celebrations, and some of the leaders like Cummins and that shut it down. Bring Uzi back in, bring him back in. We need him in the celebration. Mate, if you're pushed out of a squad for racism and racism running rife in a team, people aren't doing that for you. That's the thing that I can't get, mate. I know a lot of the guys that are in the squad. I've played against most of them, and none of them are racist. So I don't know where he thinks these racist guys are coming from, because I know the guys that are reporting it, Gilly had to come out and stand up for himself, because he was one of the guys that's being racist, talking about this bullshit. They're not racist. Right? They've played with and against the Indians and South Africa, everyone for years, mate. Like, they're not, but it's having played in IPLs and every team around the world, they've literally played and had teammates from every single country and never, ever been called racist once. Yet for Uzi, every man and his dog's now racist in Australia. And because we have only had, a certain amount of dark-skinned people playing cricket, we're the issue. Where, Pakistan, my loyal Pakistan, and I love Pakistan, have had 5 in the whole entire time. And it's sort of like, well, I don't understand why it's great for them, but it's shocking for us. Like, I don't know where he's coming from. And all I can think is this is political, and that he's just trying to get into something after cricket. Because why else would you be so fucking stupid? Yeah.
I love how it's like, I was treated differently. And then I was singing the champagne celebrations. And then I was also thinking they allowed him not to wear the VB logo because of his. So they really pampered for him.
And that would have been tough. Like, VB would have been dirty as that would have happened. Like, we had the same thing, mate. We had Fawad Ahmed from Pakistan. He got kicked out of his country because they were going to kill him because he was teaching women and children to read and write. So like, he was a genuine legend. Kicked out, he turned up in his whites, knocked on the security door at the MCG while we're training, goes, "Can I have a bowl?" And they've gone, "Piss off, idiot." Come back for like 4 weeks, just every day, never left. To the point where they've gone, bring him in and let him bowl. And he would just sit in the synthetic nets on his own, just bowl and spin. No one batting. Just kept bowling. They've gone, fuck, this guy's pretty good. Mate, within a week after that, he's playing second level cricket. 4 weeks after, he's playing for the Vicks. And about 6 months later, he's playing for Australia. Yet we're all racist and repression to Pakistan. He's like, I didn't see it. Fawad was a legend. And we did the same. When we celebrated, we were careful and had to do certain things with dousing each other in beers and things like that when you won a Shield game. But I think not just the team, but the whole organisation has bent over backwards for him. And it's the whole thing seemed like an absolute disgusting joke.
Yeah. And I'm glad, like, I did a little bit of reading on social media and things like that. And I'm just glad the majority of comments were just like, not putting up with it. That's rubbish. Like, first of all, if it was genuinely happening throughout your career, why weren't you saying it then? 40 tests in, 50 tests in. Why weren't you saying it back then?
If this was happening his whole career, mate, he would have had a career like Brad Hodge. Play half a dozen games, average 60, make 200 not out and never play again. Like that's the sort of thing. Like, that's what I don't understand, how, he's played for Australia for 18 years or something like that, or going on 18 years around that time frame. So I just don't get it. I haven't seen it. I've known him since he first started playing for New South Wales, and I've never seen it on the field. I've never seen it off the field. I've never seen it on the TV. So I don't know where this thing's happening and how it hasn't been stamped out. And I know blokes like Justin Langer and things like that, they're some of the most honest people around, and they're the blokes that will chin you if you said something stupid. And if someone was saying anything racial to him in the sheds, they would have got chinned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And especially like dealing with other sports, I have seen it firsthand. But you just never hear of it in cricket.
It's definitely around, mate. It's around. Look, I've seen plenty of it at the, in my time. I saw a lot of it in England, to be honest, around village cricket and things like that. There's a lot of Indian and Pakistani community around there, and people were pretty average with what they sort of said on the field at times and things like that. Pretty similar to some of the keyboard warriors on Twitter and that sort of stuff that you see. Like, they don't really pull any punches and don't really care too much. And look, I've never stood for racism, mate. Like, some of my best friends have been, African American, Indian, a lot of Sri Lankans and stuff. Like, I literally grew up playing cricket with Sri Lankans, playing in Dandenong. They're half the cricketers in Australia these days are some form of Asian ethnicity. So, it is around, but you don't see it a great deal. And so I just think if people aren't seeing it, people aren't hearing it. Like, so how or where has it happened?
Yeah. But Uzi, mate, answer us.
Uzi, mate, fuck off.
Yeah, seriously, go step on Lego barefoot. You played golf, you did your back, and you copped it. Like,
that's a problem. That's a problem with cricket at the moment, mate. They've gone on about so many different things recently. The accountability in just social economics these days, not even just cricket, but there's no accountability. No one can cop one on the chin and say, yeah, I fucked up. Sorry, mate. I did. What a dickhead. That's it. And I just think he had a platform to really sit up there. And like you said, the first sort of 5 or 6 minutes weren't bad. He had a chance to really say some pretty cool shit about a pretty awesome career and what he's done, and to play multiple different race cards and my white wife and, just dumb shit. Like, you don't need to say shit like that. And all it's done is put half the cricket population off him completely. They're already teetering on an edge because of some of the other shit he said in the past. And I just think it was just stupid. You had a chance to go out on a real high as one of the upper echelon players of an entire country here, and you just fucking dropped the ball.
And just kind of spat in the face of people that brought you to the big dance. And
mate, they're the ones who pay the bills.
When you got dropped and...
People going to the game, buying beers, buying hot dogs, sitting at home, watching on the telly for the TV rights and stuff. They're the people watching it. And I just think to sort of spit on people like that. And I just felt the whole thing was pretty rank, to be honest.
Yeah, it definitely was. And for me, Uzi, not going to lie, SCG test coming up, and I hope you get clean bowled first ball. I just hope.
I'm hoping for a real flat beamer straight in the penis. Starkey, sort it out. Tell the other boys to rip in, will you?